Welcome back to Marbella Now. I'm Nicole King.
Deck the halls with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, fa la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel, fa la 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 la. Troll the ancient Yuletide carol, fa la 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 la.
Unbelievably, this week it's already Christmas and we have a lovely festive show lined up for you with everything that's going on typically at this time of year in our city. I'm delighted to welcome as my first guest Lily Van Tongeren, now Vice President of AAA Marbella. For years I've known Lily as a volunteer, a very passionate volunteer. And I'm sure that the first year as Vice President has also presented its challenges. Lily, welcome back to the programme. Lovely to see you again.
Thank you very much, Nicole. Always lovely to be here with you.
Well, it's lovely to see you. We were at the Christmas Gala event just a few days ago, which was wonderful. And I'm going to let everyone see this after the interview with Lily because it was quite wonderful and a great fashion show by Adele. Lots of things going on. Yes. But this is an interesting time of year for AAA. The rules change. You can't buy a dog at the moment. You can't give Christmas presents. So can you give us a little update of how we should address AAA now at Christmas?
First of all, of course, we will be open the normal hours always, but everything as we've been doing over the year is as much as possible on appointment. With an email or a phone call to have an appointment so that people don't walk in all day long in and out, which is sometimes very disturbing for the animals. The only thing that we're very careful with, of course, is adoptions from little puppies that will be given away as Christmas presents to very often people who don't really want them, or children who kind of in the middle of January are finished with playing with the puppies because they are doing something else, and then they come back to the shelter. So we're very careful with adoptions. Adoptions will happen, of course, because we love the dogs always to be in a family as soon as possible. But we are being very careful, and we sort through the people who adopt dogs that they're not just giving as a present for Christmas, and they will be returned after.
It can be a big impulse to do that. I mean, it seems such a lovely thing to do, and it's nice to have an animal as a companion. But their responsibilities, and I think just for a moment, because we want to encourage people to adopt, to virtually adopt, but there is a lot of responsibility to having an animal. They have a hopefully long life, but they do sometimes need medical care, and they have to have their flea bits and their this and
it's not extremely cheap to have an animal. I mean, it's like first of all, the responsibility. If you adopt a dog, you'll hopefully do that for the rest of his life, so that he can stay in one home, which is an average of 15 years when you take a puppy. Of course, it would be very, very wonderful if you adopt an older dog. Because we have quite a few of older dogs that need a loving home for the last few years of their life. And then, of course, yes, they have to eat, they have to drink, they have to go to the veterinarians. You have the yearly vaccinations. And then, of course, as happened last night, Elise called me at midnight and she says, "What am I going to do? Because one of my dogs just ate a frog in the garden."
Oh, wow.
And they can be
poisonous.
They can be poisonous.
Yeah.
So that means going to an emergency in the evening or in a weekend. And that's not very cheap to go to a veterinarian in an emergency situation. So anything can happen, and you have to be prepared for that. You have to be willing to pay for whatever is necessary, if they need an operation or if they need medical care or
get an insurance policy to cover those things when you're getting an animal, because I know those do
there are very good animal insurance companies available. I would always advise people to do that. You can do that through AAA. We can advise you on it. Of course, the PPP dogs, before you adopt a PPP dog, you have to have already an insurance and a license to adopt one. But other than that,
how does one get a license for these dogs? Because you're talking about potentially dangerous dogs.
Yes, potentially dangerous dogs. Usually they're not dangerous at all, but there is a category of dogs that they call dangerous dogs in the pit bull family. And usually some of them are extremely nice. It depends on how they've been brought up.
A lot has to do with an animal is the atmosphere they live in.
Yes,
that they
yes.
do respond greatly to the energies that they.
No
that they
dog
live
gets
in.
born very dangerous. It's been made dangerous. But to get a license, you'll just have to go to the city hall and show them that you have no prior arrests.
Antecedentes penales.
Yes.
It's an interesting thing. You got no.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
And make sure you have an insurance and that you have no prior convictions or
you don't have a
dangerous
criminal
convictions.
record. That's what it is.
Criminal record. That's the
it.
word.
I was trying to think of the word. Yeah.
Thank you. So it's fairly simple. If you're okay, then you'll get a license within a short period of time, and then you're okay to adopt a dog.
So what do you need at this time of year? Obviously, adoptions are kind of taking it a bit slower, but the virtual adoptions...
Virtual adoption, of course, sponsorship in any way or form. Virtual adoption is always the nicest way to sponsor a specific animal that becomes a little bit yours. You can come and walk the dog, you can come and see the cat if you virtually adopt one. And of course, it's a wonderful way of supporting AAA that way. We need blankets, of course, in the winter. At the moment, it's not as cold, but it's wet, and then the blankets will get soaked. So we need blankets and sheets and towels anytime.
I imagine the washing machines are on 24/7.
24/7,
The
yes.
electricity bill must be...
City Hall is paying luckily for the electricity and paying for the water as long as we're in this temporary location.
Oh, that's a big plus.
And that's a very, very big plus, yeah, because we do need a lot of electricity.
Particularly at this time of year, with
yes,
the
absolutely.
way things are costing.
Yes, absolutely. The electricity, thank God, is done by City Hall, of which we are very grateful, of course.
And volunteers, do you need volunteers?
Always need volunteers, specifically for the dog walking. We also have, and like some volunteers who might not like to walk a dog, but like to come and help with cleaning, with washing, with folding the washing, with tidying it away, with sorting through, the things that people bring. People bring a lot of sometimes clothes for the second-hand market, although we don't really need them very much because we have no storage space, very little storage space. One of the things we would like to do one of these days is the Tidy Tuesday. We'll try to do it on the 3rd of December because we have been given a lot of things and it does need to be tidied up. We don't have that much storage space. 3rd January.
2023.
Yes.
Wow, it was
2023.
Yeah. So the 3rd of January is going to be a Tidy Tuesday.
Tidy Tuesday. We invite anybody to come and help tidy things up, clean things up, go through all the leashes that we have that can be sorted out, go through all the food that we have that can be sorted out, the blankets, the sheets, the toys, anything that people bring for dogs. Sometimes it accumulates and we don't have always the volunteers or the staff to tidy it all up. So we're trying to do that in...
Will you be jumble sailing it at the same time?
No, not at AAA.
Just volunteers
coming, tidy up, cleaning up, find proper storage, put it in the proper storage and have a tidy day.
Well, if you like tidying, obviously it's a day for you. I'll check on by phone and see how you're doing. That sounds like a lot of work, but
yes, it is.
Very necessary. It just goes to show how much there is behind the scenes
so
to
much
running
more
a
than
rescue
people
centre.
realize. Yes, so much more than people realize. We have 2 ladies that come specifically twice a week for the laundry and to wash the laundry, to clean it, or to tidy it up, to fold it up, to cut the big blankets in smaller pieces for the smaller dogs. And I show you a picture one of these days. I'll bring a picture of the laundry area, and so people have some idea of what goes on behind the scenery.
Well, we look forward to initiating everything on the 3rd of January with the Tidy Up Day, and then doors open as usual. Walking over Christmas? Walking over Christmas, because of course the dogs will have to be walked. So everything is as normal around Christmas. Always volunteers needed. We need quite a bit of dog walkers right now because a lot of the volunteers go home for Christmas. We have a lot of foreign volunteers. They go home for Christmas. So we would love to get some more volunteers to help out. We have a morning shift and an evening shift every day. Every day. So this is not just Saturdays. No, we have
the major dogs are being walked, and all of them are being walked on Saturday. We need volunteers for the front part of AAA at the moment. That is a morning shift and an evening shift, and you can come for an hour, or you can come for 2 hours, or you can come for as long as it takes to walk the dogs in the front. As soon as they go out for walking, the cleaners will go and clean the cage. So when the dogs come back, they get food and a clean blanket and a clean bed. But we do need people to walk the dogs for a few hours in the morning, few hours in the evening.
So individuals, families, couples?
Yes. Families with children, but grown-up children, preferably, because with the little children, it's not a very good thing to do. But yeah, you can come in the morning, in the afternoon. Preferably let us know in advance, so that we can kind of schedule a little bit
and
the right times.
How many you need.
Yes, and how many people are coming. It can all be done through the website with the volunteer email.
Well, Lily, thank you so much. Lovely to see you again. Congratulations on the wonderful Christmas event.
It was wonderful.
It was lovely to see you all there. And if you would like to see what happened at the event, stay tuned, because it's coming up next. Merry Christmas, Lily.
Merry Christmas to you, and thank you very much for having us.
Hero welcomes at Wheels Cafe.
Everyone that comes and wants to join our Zero Hero Association, they will have free non-alcoholic drinks at our venue at any time.
Hi guys, Ross here from Hoganstown. Proud to be a member of the Zero Hero campaign, and we recommend everybody. Nobody drives drinking. Everybody who drives a car doesn't have any alcohol in their system, and we're proud to sponsor the Zero Hero program.
We are we are
Hi, ladies. Hi, everyone. Cheers. Hi there. Hi, everyone. Hi, superstar. We must stop meeting like this.
Next time, let me know, eh?
to introduce you to the president of AAA, Elise Dunlevers, who'd like to have a little word with you.
We have an overwhelmingly high number of abandoned animals in our municipality. They come into us malnourished, neglected, some with birth defects, some with previous unprotected life-limiting health conditions. We're doing our very best for them, but we cannot manage without your help. Now, events like this, I know there's plenty of things that go on along our fundraisers for us. And that's my dear colleague, our Vice President, Lily Van Tongeren, because she has such a huge amount of energy when it comes to fundraising. When the rest of us are tired, worn out, on the floor, in the room, bedraggled, had enough of everything, along comes Lily with her boundless enthusiasm, gathering people to donate raffle prizes and come on board, and it really does energise us, the team at AAA. So thank you very much indeed for supporting us today. There's a lot of work to organise, and thank you so much to Lily, and over to you.
Bravo!
We are going to start, if you don't mind. On the table you'll find a list with all the raffle prizes. We'll get to that later. But we will start with the most wonderful fashion show. I think the girls are all ready. Well, who is always in support of AAA at all times. We'll be showing a black chunky knit sweater,
Very nice.
a white knitted skirt, and a beautiful glittering wrap. Wonderful Christmas decorations for people. The first one, the second one is... Okay, they'll just make a quick round and they'll be back. We are looking today at Adele, Barbie, Birgit, and Sophie. They donate their time to show you those wonderful clothing. Very fashionable. A silver dress, wow, for Sophie, with a really nice black and white cape. The dress is absolutely gorgeous. Very festive indeed. Absolutely wonderful. Again we have Adele. Thank you, Adele, in a tan and black cape. It's very much like the black and this is Birgit again, our Birgit from Germany. With an absolutely gorgeous glittering sparkling jacket. Can be worn onto anything, shirt, or any occasion as well. Very festive.
Lovely.
And again, all the clothing will be on sale. A sparkly blue cardigan and a very fashionable wrap. This is the wrap you've been waiting for. The wraps are absolutely gorgeous. Very, very nice for yourself or for a Christmas present. Lunch. And while you're having a wonderful lunch, our beautiful Simona Lisa will be entertaining you. Thank you so much. Enjoy your lunch and we'll talk later.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
Just recently, I wrote a little column for the Society pages in Euro Weekly News, where I actually write my column Marbella Moments every week. And I wrote about the British Benevolent Fund, and I was the BBF, as I like to call it. I said, a Brit's best friend. Well, one of my good friends here is Lynda Woodin, and she's very involved in the British Benevolent Fund in bringing their services to the Costa del Sol. She's also involved with Age Concern and many other things, but I thought it'd be nice in this special Christmas episode to welcome you back again, Lynda. Merry Christmas!
Thank you, same to you. Lovely seeing you.
Really nice to see you.
And looking muy elegante in your Christmas red.
Thank you, feeling very good in my my Christmas suit. Well, it's Christmas. We have to make an effort, and
You have to make an effort.
we have to make
exactly.
an effort. And thank you for making the effort to join us at the studio, because I know James, your other half, has been quite poorly.
Yes.
Which is terrible. So from James, we're all happy to see you out and about at the Euro Weekly British, the business association that we went to.
Yes, the British Chamber of Commerce.
Wasn't that a lovely party?
With the Euro Weekly.
The Euro
News.
Weekly, the British Chamber of Commerce. So Derek
an
and
event.
Susan, it was lovely at the Puente
Fantastic.
Romano.
Yeah.
A nice way to all of us to get together and
Yes.
see each other. So British Benevolent Fund, I imagine at this time of year, it's probably quite busy, because you deal with Brits, have to be Brits, but Brits who are in dire need. That's when they come to you. It's just when...
Well, when all else has failed.
All
really.
else has failed.
Yes. And they've lost their passport, and they'll get hold of the consular's office, and they will then work with us as British Benevolent Fund to try and sort out the issues that the British person has got. But around this time, obviously, there are a lot of older people that, cannot look after themselves anymore, and their families want to go away or something, and suddenly this poor person who's incapacitated for whatever reason needs help over that period. So BBF will step in and try and assist where they can. Normally we'd pass that back to Age Concern of the area that person is, until it gets unsustainable, really.
But it's lovely the things that you do. I know that one person you got a motorcycle for because they just couldn't get to work.
Yeah.
And it was just this vicious circle that the British Benevolent Fund helped.
We bought a bike for that person.
And I think that's just lovely,
Yeah.
those little things that can change someone's life. It doesn't have to be like really tragic. That was tragic for the person.
For the person, yeah.
But it wasn't an amazing amount of money that you needed to resolve it. So that's... But
and then
also,
she could get back to work again, as she wanted to stay in Spain anyway. So that was brilliant, yeah.
Also, it came up talking to Anne and Andy, the Brexpats, and I've also had this come up during lockdown, and I contacted Age Concern, having people who are getting thrown out of care homes because for some reason or other, their bills haven't been paid, and the reasons can be so shocking that it's hard to think of. But again, the British Benevolent Fund comes in for these ways,
And
getting people back to an
possible.
assist. So it's...
Yep. But, we have a particular case going on right now, family of 4, and unfortunately the old man is very, very ill, and the rest of the family aren't coping at all. So we're assisting in this particular case with Age Concern to try and get him put into a home. And I think we've succeeded, but that's also with the help of the Spanish government, because they've stepped in to try and assist as well, to try and get him into a place that will take care of him for the rest of his life.
A lot of that is wonderful news, and a lot of times it is communication, being able to know the right people to speak to within the Spanish administration, which is why it's so helpful when you have associations like the British Benevolent Fund, like Age Concern. So, very busy lady with one thing and another.
Yeah, well, we've got this one poor man. He's been living on this coast for 10 years, on and off the beach. And in summer, he prefers to stay on the beach. But in the winter, when it's very cold and wet, he's having an awful time. So many of the associations have got together, the Lions, the Red Cross, the police, the local town hall, etc., to try and assist this particular person. And he has a British passport, but he doesn't want to go back to the cold and wet.
Well, I suppose if you've lived here for that long, this is his home. I was actually at the Red Cross offices a few days ago, and it's lovely to find out how many things they do provide. So you can get breakfast, lunch, and they give you dinner every day of the year. There is that facility. They don't house the people if they're homeless, unless maybe the weather conditions are really bad, but there is a good infrastructure, at least to start in Spain. So
They're
with
brilliant.
the assistance
they are
of...
brilliant, honestly. And last Christmas we had a family with 3 children and 2 adults, and Marbella Town Hall were there every single day helping us to keep body and soul together for them until everything opened up again. but they're safely back in the UK now, and children back at school and all those good things.
What is this lovely? It's like a Christmas story, isn't it? It's like all the bad things that go on, but so many lovely people joining together to make it better. And how's your Christmas looking? You're going to be in Marbella over the holidays?
Yes, totally. And unfortunately, Age Concern little studio that they have various events, it is closing over Christmas, but they'll be back in business early January, you know, to learn how to play bridge, learn how to use your computer.
And puzzle days.
Puzzle days, art days, yoga days. So, you know, if anybody's feeling lonely or alone, please contact certainly the Marbella Age Concern officers, because we can help you to meet other people, coffee mornings, you know, and it's a great way to do that. But we have something called members now. So if you are 50 years and above, you become a member for €20 a year, and then what you get is discounts, which you can see on the website. And that gives people discounts when going to people like Specsavers and various hospitals, doctors, ear specialists, all sorts of things.
Lovely, all the things that you need when you get older. Which reminds me, I really need to get myself some glasses.
Darling, you're only 29.
I know, which is why I haven't been yet. Anyway, we are going to leave it there because I want everybody to come with us to the Hogan stand, because that's where Age Concern held their Christmas party. And I've got some lovely footage of the event, and I thought it would be nice that everyone got to share as it's Christmas and do something Christmassy.
What a day. And those girls singing, they were fantastic.
Yes, Karen Danzig and the Del Sol Singers.
Yes, of which you've been one.
Yes, and Giles, it's the timing, it's on a Wednesday, which if you want to join Karen's choir, it's absolutely fabulous, a lot of fun, but it's obviously if I work, it's not like some people who don't have to work.
And
not that I'm complaining.
Nathan Dean, he's a fabulous singer and got all the old girls and boys up onto the dance floor.
It was amazing, the energy. Amazes me.
And Giles did his thing with the auctions.
Yes, that was lovely for Giles to step in to replace James, who wasn't well that day.
Well, we raised 1,200 that day.
Fabulous.
Yeah, isn't that good for Age
really
Concern?
Good. That is really
good. So we were
good.
delighted, and thank you everyone for supporting us.
Well,
really.
It really is a great initiative. We're all going there, hopefully. Hopefully we can all get to a nice old age. Lynda, thank you so much for popping in.
Pleasure. And
lovely to see you.
Yes, and Merry Christmas.
And Merry Christmas
and to all
you.
your listeners and viewers.
And we're going to go over now to the Hogan stand after the break so you can see the party and also listen to Carol Warner, who's the president of Age Concern, basically tell us what Lynda's been telling us and more interesting things that really, for all of us, whether it's for us or for people that we know, nice to know what's going on so we can share the news.
Yep.
Thank you very much. Merry Christmas.
And to you.
Merry Christmas. Don't go away.
G-Wine is happy to be your partner.
How cool is that? G-Wine.
Thank you.
When I'm the designated driver, I think it's only fair that I get to choose a zero-hero venue that rewards me with free soft drinks. My friends all get to choose and booze, and they feel safe going home with me. Make sure that you get your reward for being the designated driver. Why pay if you don't have to?
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
Hey, beautiful girl. Look at you. Hi, everyone. Merry Christmas. Love the colour. Pink's my favourite colour. Hello. My dog's lovely.
He's on the front with the little one.
Yes, he's lovely. Hi, Dad. Hello, new person. Hi, Keith. I knew you were a new person. Hi, new person. And looking you. Oh my gosh, spectacular. Welcome home. Thank you. Can we get a picture?
Where you are and they'll name the place.
Oh, that looks nice. Here comes Euro Week Review. Okay, no heavy, Sally. Okay, we'll do. That looks very nice. Yes, that looks.
Which I hope you're going to enjoy. If you feel like singing along, swaying your arms in the air or just tapping your feet, it'd be lovely to have you joining in. We hope you enjoy some Christmas music concern. Thank you.
Wonderful time of the year.
Here he is to save the day.
Thank you. Thank
you. I don't think there's a better way to start a Christmas lunch than with carols, honestly. Gets everybody in the mood, and I thought they were really super. So, thank you very, very much. Secondly, I would like to just mention that sadly we have someone who is not able to be here today because he was in emergency admission to the Costa del Sol hospital yesterday. So I'm delighted that Lynda can be with us today, but very sorry that James is in hospital, and I would ask you all to send you your positive thoughts so that he may come home quickly. Very much for coming. I see that we have the most splendid array of presents for the raffle, and we also have several hampers, one of which will be the main prize in the raffle, and the rest will be set for auction. I'd just like to briefly talk about some of the things that we've achieved during the last year. So as I think all of you know, we opened a social and activity centre here in the heart of San Pedro in Pasaje Armando. We've now been open for 12 months. We have all kinds of activities, chair exercises, yoga, games, a help desk, all kinds of things going on. And we have plans to do more during the coming year. Nikki is doing a wonderful jigsaw morning at the moment, but we have plans to move it to the afternoon, together with games of all sorts. Keep an eye on your email. We also have a very successful membership discount card scheme. We now have a huge list of businesses that are participating as Age Concern partners. In case you haven't looked at the website recently, I will very briefly run through them so you don't miss anything. So we have Abbey Care, Clinica Vascular, CK La Quinta, Costa Spine, Futura Hearing with Miguel Briales, Helicópteros Sanitarios, Ibex, Mr. Clean, Old Oriental Carpets and Antiques, Rachel Garrod, who does physiotherapy, and Specsavers. Currently, we have 48 members signed up who've paid their €20 a year to benefit from all the discounts that are on offer. It would be wonderful if before the end of the day we had over 50. So if there's anybody that has not yet joined, please come and find me on my table. I have membership cards here with me. I just also want, a lot of people don't understand all the things that we do, and I won't bore you by telling all of them, but to say we have mobility equipment of all sorts that we can lend to people. We don't make a higher charge. We ask people to make a donation, depending on how long they use it and how much they can afford. But we don't just have wheelchairs and rollators. We have all sorts of other things. So the little seats that you can put in a shower so that you're not worried about falling over. You can shower safely while you're sitting down. Some of them are small enough to fit in a bath, so you can use the hand shower on the bath. We also have Zimmer frames, commodes, and accessories that make the toilet seat higher for people who have difficulty getting up and down. So you, I'm sure, all know what the helpline number is by now. If any of you or any of your friends need that kind of equipment, please ask us. We even have a portable oxygenator. So you never know whether or not we can help you instead of having to buy something very expensive. We need it there. First of all, I'd like to thank Ross and his staff because they make such a splendid lunch for us every year. You will notice that there's a separate envelope on our table this year, which is for a tip for the staff. So please give generously. Later on in the afternoon, we can get together because Sarah would very much like to take a photograph of you all. It's all about me, it's all about the team, and I rely very heavily on the people on my committee to help me out. So thank you to all of you. I would like us all to consider the elderly in our communities over the festive season. Our neighbours who may be alone at Christmas. Can you spare the time to offer a cup of tea and a mince pie? For those who are truly alone, Christmas is the loneliest time of the year. So please, let us all be kind this Christmas. Thank you all very, very much, and it's my great pleasure to introduce Nathan Dean, who will be singing for us this afternoon, and I hope you all have the most wonderful lunch. Thank you.
Here comes Giles from Radio Europe.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good to see you today. Nice to have you here today. And first of all, a big round of applause for everybody for being here today. You're doing a great work for a great charity. Give yourselves a big... And the first one up, that's what thank you, is... Right, we have a hamper here from... A beautiful hamper. Bring it... Do you want to bring it? You can't bring it out, okay. Oh, thank you very much. From the Hogan Stand. Round of applause for the Hogan Stand, please. And the giver of the hamper. Everything you could want in your Christmas hamper. Thank you. Christmas go bang. And we're going to start. And please put your hands up in the air, because only me and I got one set of eyes just about. And we're going to start at 20 euros. Do I see 20 euros? Do I see 30 euros? 30 euros. Do I see 40 euros? You're scratching your nose, sir. Thank you. No, so 30 euros. Do I see 40 euros? Do I see 40 euros for the hamper? Do I see 40 euros? Do I see 50 euros? 50 euros, sir. Do I see 60 euros for the hamper? 60 euros, madam. Do I see 70 euros for the hamper? 70 euros for the hamper. Thank you very much. Do I see 80 euros for the hamper? 80 euros, sir. Thank you very much indeed. Do I see 90 euros for the hamper? 90 euros, madam. Are we going to hit the big 100 on this hamper? Do I see 100 euros? Thank you, madam. You got there first. Do I see 110 for the hamper? Do I see 110 for the hamper? 110, sir. Okay. Do I see one? Hello, Jamie. Do I see one?
Welcome here at the Gaucho de Banús.
Welcome to Lemongrass, Doña Lola. Thank you very much.
Hi guys, Kazakhstan is proud to welcome the Zero Heroes. So come on in and enjoy free soft drinks for anyone who is the designated driver. Thank you, Nicole.
So here we are at Everest. Very cool.
Yeah.
Stickers going up.
Hi, my name is Govinda. I'm from Everest. Welcome to Zero Hero, to Everest Fusion, to enjoy your cocktails, drinks, and happy hour as well. And food, of course, is delicious. Thank you.
Welcome to Sister Taperia. Perfecto.
Joining me now, my last guest of this fabulous Christmas special is Kern de Vos. He has a very particular place in my heart because he's a nice guy and he's very enthusiastic about life and business here in Spain, and he sponsored our United Nationalities of Marbella Summit 2022 and 2023. So a big thank you and nice to see you again, Kern.
Well,
welcome back.
Thank you for being here. You said I have a space in my heart, but you have a space in my heart. You're doing so well for the community in Marbella, and we need to support that 100%.
It's so nice to see that you are as enthusiastic, if not more, than I am, because not only you have the enthusiasm, you have this sense of drive that leaves me like in the dust behind. I'm pretty active in what I do, but you have an enthusiasm for Marbella and its people, and that actually I do find intriguing.
Well, the thing is, it's not only Marbella, it's Spain in global. I think it's time to do something back to Spain. We all earn money here in Spain, and we should be grateful that we can earn the money here and that we do what we do here. So I'm always grateful in everything you need to do.
Well, I'm delighted, and the community is delighted. We're already moving forward. We had a meeting with the Red Cross to get involved with their initiatives for the suicide prevention helplines and to expand the help to our international teens. And we've got 2 schools and 2 charities ready to start off the pilot for the circular support system to always get volunteers for the charities. I know that you've also been following up with Anketa of Gurukul India to help her set up her mission to put shoes on all the children of India.
We can't do enough. We can't do enough here. I think it's, as I told you, I think we earn the money here and we need to also give back. This is so important. You need to give back and you'll always get back, for sure.
I love your philosophy. I agree with your philosophy. I find it, unfortunately, very rare in our city that people bring a correct mentality. It's like, if I can get away with it, I will, as opposed to, like you, when you spoke at the event, I couldn't have written it better myself, in the sense of you spoke at the event, and I'd love you to share your thoughts with the audience live, although we did broadcast it, that we need to pay fair wages, and if you give people fair wages, first
you get
of all,
quality also.
They work hard, and you get, because they're not worrying about silly things when they're actually helping you produce and make money and be successful.
Still, as today, I fall from my chair when I hear people saying in our business then that they work only for commissions and that they don't get wages and everything. I find that out of order. I think when you have people working for you, I give them a car, I give them a computer, I give them a telephone, I give them a wages, and they get, of course, a good commission on if they do a sale. But it's in every company here in Spain. They pay the people so low to get a bigger benefits. I love to have benefits. I'm not joking. I'm not saying that I'm God and that I don't want to have benefits, of course. But if you give a bit away from your benefits and you pay a bit more wages, you get good people. Because there are people in Spain who want to go to university, then they get their degree of master and they get a wages that they can have double in another country in Europe. So it's time for the companies to also think, if we pay a bit more our staff, we get good quality people and they will do a bigger effort. What's completely normal. Nobody likes to work for nothing or nearly nothing and then work day and night.
No, and unfortunately it also instigates shifty, shady deals because
Definitely.
you don't have that guarantee of service, the quality, the control, the supervision. So it really does make a big difference.
It is.
You said in your line of business, most of us know who the great Kern de Vos is, but for those who are new to Marbella or new to looking for a home, explain a bit about your business because, again, it's real estate but with a twist.
Well, I think I said it before. I want to give Spain back to Spain. If you go along the coast side, you have to be honest, Andalusian-style villas are just wow. If you modernize them, and that's what I want to do now, is to buy all the villas and make them in the Andalusian style and make them modern in the style that everybody wants. To create a home. We all have houses. You see around the world, and I'm not criticizing the box houses, the white houses. I'm not criticizing that's a taste that is there. But more and more people want to create a home. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do refurbishment. We're going to build some apartments, 224 in Estepona soon. We are building 24 in Torremolinos. And what I want is to create a home, not just build a house. And this is something, and with the Andalusian style, come on, it's so beautiful. If you see the roofs, the tiles, it's just wow.
The simplicity is beautiful.
Exactly. Why? You need to think, why 30 years ago we built here in Andalusia these styles? It is for something. The rain, the color of the rain. Sometimes we have the Sahara rain, everything is red. So if you have a white house, it's going to look awful. So it's not for nothing that they started to build Andalusian-style villas. And I want to bring that back. I want to bring the feeling, the warmth of Andalusia back to Andalusia.
And after all, preserving the heritage of the country.
Exactly.
I do believe in a united Europe and I do believe in joining together. But I don't think that should represent that we lose everything that makes us individual. I like the things about being Dutch, about being English, French, Spanish, German. It's nice that we're different.
Of course, because like the French, they have their own way of thinking, Belgium, Dutch, like you say. But in Spain, they have their own way. They have their siesta. Why criticize their siesta? They eat at 10 o'clock at night. I asked Spanish people, why you eat so late? Because we need to go to bed with a full stomach. Because they've been raised like that. And we need to respect that. We need to respect everything that Spain is giving us. And I'm sorry, but we are not doing that enough.
Oh, I have to agree. I've been in the Spanish Spain for many years. And if it's too hot to work during the day and you have a siesta, you're really just getting out of the hot sun of the middle of the day, and then you go back to work at 5 and you carry on till 8 and you get home, and evening films at 10 o'clock at night. Makes for a nice long day, gives you a long time to live.
This summer, for example, we were doing a refurbishment outside in a house, in a big villa. And I saw these guys working on 40 degrees and they were like sweating. They start at 7 o'clock in the morning and they stop at 2 o'clock because you can't work longer than that. But I have so much respect for them. This year I said, next year, July, August, we're not going to work outside anymore. You need to respect them. They went on holiday, they came back white. They were brown when they went on holiday, they came back white because they can't bear the sun anymore. In another country, if they build in 40 degrees, they say, I'm not going to work here. Here in Spain, they just continue. So respect is so important.
Exactly. We need to adapt. That's why countries, a lot of the traditions are due to the necessities of the country that you live in, which is why I think we need to respect it. And learn a little bit of Spanish as well, even if it's just hola and adios. What are your key sales at the moment? What are your prime projects that you've got up for sale at the moment?
Well, I'm busy now, and it will be 90% it's round. We're going to do the first 100% sustainable building. So recuperation of water and electricity. We are busy with 224 apartments in Estepona. I have, of course, a big investor behind me who's going to fund this, because I cannot fund this. I'm totally not at that level. But I want to also do something with the sustainability, because I think this is something that is the future for our grandkids, as you are I am a granddad.
High five.
High five. But we need to think about that also. It's going to be a drop on a hot plate, I'm sure. But even if we don't do that drop, then where are we?
But everything starts by leading by example.
Exactly.
You start. I mean, everything is just the beginning. When unleaded petrol, when I moved to Spain, there wasn't any unleaded petrol stations after we got off the boat in Santander. That was it.
Exactly.
Little by little, things have to change.
Well, this is what we are trying to do. I'm not trying to change the world, don't get me wrong, because I don't think I'm God. But I think it's up to us to do some things. And also, the prices are gone sky high here in Marbella. Nobody can... From example, from Spain, we did a promotion in Madrid. And people from Madrid, they were amazed that you can only buy a new apartment for 300,000-400,000 euros. They thought it would be possible to find something for 200,000 euros. You can't anymore. So it's a thing to try to get something, the prices a bit lower, and because the markets, it's the demand. There's so much demand, and it's incredible.
It's curious, the amount of people who have decided that they've had enough of doing their normal 9-to-5 job or living in a country or doing something they weren't happy after COVID.
It's incredible.
And with being able to work, you know, long distance, it's made a lot of, very good for Marbella, very good for real estate.
Yeah, the buying has changed because people want to have more square meters outside now. Before they didn't care if there was, okay, they want to live outside, but now since COVID, people want bigger terraces, more space, because imagine if it would happen again. Then they want to have more space. So everything is changed after COVID, for sure. And that's why I think we need, and I think COVID did well for certain people, that they went back with their feet on the ground, I think, and it helped a few things, I think.
Yeah, I think I include myself there, in the sense you get so worked up in working and in the procedures, and we forget sometimes why we're doing those procedures.
Yeah. But again, Nicole, I'm always happy that you invite me and that I'm your guest, because you do so much for Marbella and people don't know that. And it's not because I want to raise you up in the sky, but it's true. You are somebody who's doing so much for everything. I was at that fair that you organized, the charity, and I heard you speaking. I heard the people speaking like it was for me so warm. It gave me such much warmth.
It was a very real event, wasn't it? It
is so real, and it made me think, and that's why I immediately reacted to do some things more, and yeah, because I want to help you in everything you do, for sure.
I appreciate it, and you will obviously be seeing a lot more of Kern de Vos, one of our leading sponsors of the United Nationalities Marbella Summit 2023. Wise man, knows lots of what's going on in our city, and hashtag Better Together. It's how it works.
Yeah. Okay.
Just have to share contact, share knowledge, and make sure that Marbella keeps on going.
Exactly. I think there's a good future for Marbella, and you know the people want to come here because, come on, we have 300 days of sun, and when we have rain, we do a rain dance because we're happy we see the rain. But that's why Marbella has so much to give, and we have so much to give back to Marbella. And
I think when I see you, you remind me of a little boy going into a candy shop. It's like you look at Marbella like, oh, look at all these opportunities.
Of course, there's so many opportunities. But the most thing I think, Nicole, is we need to help the youngsters here, because as we told that at the charity, and that gave me so much power, because it's true, they go and work somewhere else because they can earn more money. All the companies here in Marbella should start to think European, pay them a bit more, get good staff here. I'm not saying that the people who are now here are not good staff, but they're not motivated because of the wages, because of the way we treat them. They have to work 10 hours, 11 hours, and they get a wages from somebody who's working part-time. So it's out of order. It's not of this time anymore.
Or as you say, they don't even pay them and expect them to work on commission.
Exactly.
And that's not a
It's not of this time anymore. I think it's time to think for Spain. And believe me, Spain is clever, because they are now cancelled in Andalusia the wealth tax. So they want the rich people to come and spend the money, but we need to have the staff to treat them properly. So it's up to us. It's all up to the companies to do something more for getting there. That's what I think.
Well, absolutely.
I can't say it enough.
Absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much, Kern.
My pleasure,
Nicole. I wish you a very, very, very happy Merry Christmas.
You too. What are you doing for Christmas?
I will be here in Marbella with family and just enjoying everything the city has to offer. There's so many events going on.
I know, it's crazy.
I mean, in Marbella, San Pedro, the town hall puts on just so much, apart from all the other events. So get
Exactly.
yourselves out and about and check it all out.
For sure, and look at her website. She has all the things on it, so you can find everything.
Thank you. You're hired.
Okay,
You're
thank
hired.
I don't need the big wages.
Okay, okay. Phew. See, I'm being typical Marbella.
Exactly. That's why
I will
said-
pay you well, and
Okay.
you will like it.
Thank you so
and
much.
you will like it.
Thank you, Nicole.
Kern, thank you very
No,
much.
thank you. Thank you so much.
Well, we'll be back in just a moment, because before we end the program, I want to share with you the Christmas lights that are in the Old Town. We went for our RTV Marbella Christmas staff dinner, and walking through the Old Town, looking at the lights, like, I have to film this. I have to share it with you. So take a look.
This is Miss Ro, a new partner of Zero Hero.
Alright guys, so I'm the designated driver tonight, so I'm going to choose the Zero Hero place. So all of my soft drinks are for free. And if you want to go somewhere else, just check out the Facebook, Instagram or the zerohero.es website for any of the bars, discotheques or restaurants on there. I'm happy to go anywhere you want to go, as long as it's Zero Hero.
It's a brand new day.
Zero Hero, welcome to the Secret Garden. We welcome you.
It's a brand
Well, Merry, Merry Christmas. Merry, 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 Merry Christmas. I hope you have wonderful days, whether you're on your own, whether you're with family or with friends. Just take the time to just be. Enjoy. We live in an amazing city, and if you're watching from anywhere else in the world, I'm glad you've come to visit our city to just get a little bit of that Christmas spirit. Everything in Marbella is magical at the moment. The town hall has a lot of activities prepared. There are a lot of parties, a lot of events, a lot of Christmas carols, a lot of reason for joy. If you need help, however, and you're feeling low, do reach out. The Red Cross has a new multilingual chat line 024 024. So if at any moment you feel down, alone, pick up that phone, do reach out. I know that when joy's all round, it can make us feel really lousy. Do not let that take over, because there's always someone there for, I promise. We do care. People really do care about you. And I'm really grateful that you've joined me for another programme. Please take care of yourselves. Be nice to each other. Remember to read my column Marbella Moments in the Euro Weekly News, and check out my website nicoleking.es for links to RTV Marbella and my programme, my column in the Euro Weekly, and our Zero Hero website, offering free soft drinks for the designated drivers in all the participating venues. Felices fiestas. See you soon.
Troll the ancient Yuletide carol.